Yes. I want to talk this our people them for overseas. I see the helper for church. The helper for church for Bitu. Just close time military for lose. See the injury they give. They shoot you for church. Let me say they shoot you for. They shoot you directly for church. So they drive move up here for church and it been a youth meeting. Youth meeting for B2. So nothing when they happen, you see the man is sleep for ground. They shoot it for back here, rightly for hand. It can't come up for the other side. So now it's when they happen. So more I really see what it be for down and see what it pass because this thing where they so it pass power for all man because when people are there for church, even now attack be people is so for high for church, but now it being at the way they go attack people for church. And they catch two people and go when a civilian. That's true. They catch two people and one lose plus that be two. Yes, two people where they catch them from there. So now it's you when I supposed to understand say it pass. So more wanna understand.
Hello.
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 Hello. How are you?
I'm fine, Reverend. I salute.
Okay. Fine. Oh, how's today?
No, we are doing good. We are doing good.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So this is Capo Daniel calling you from the Ambazonia Governing Council.
Okay, Capo Daniel.
Yes, that is me. And
okay, yeah, I've been hearing you. I've been following your this thing.
Yeah, Reverend. I think you are from Nwa, right? From Los. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm from Nwa, from Fumte.
Okay. You know that is an enclave area and there is very little information that comes out of there timely. Things happen there and we only hear after. So I have here with me some videos of one young youth with a bullet wound on the chest or the upper hand of his body, lying on the bed, and they are crying, and they said that they were shot by the Cameroon military in a church. In a church, I don't know if you have heard about it. They say you are the only person who have constant communication with them.
I'm from that area.
Okay.
And they were in youth meeting when the military men came in and then harassed them and then shot the pastor.
Which church is
and
that?
So the young man lying down is the pastor on the video.
Okay. Which church?
And collected their offering and went with it.
Which
and
church
arrested
is that?
2 people.
Which church is that? Is it a Baptist church or a Presbyterian?
It's a Baptist church. Baptist church in between. Baptist church.
Okay. What is the name of the church, please?
Just between Baptist church. CBC, between Baptist church.
Okay,
CBC.
Between Baptist church.
Yeah.
So what really happened? What really happened and when? When was that?
Well, that yesterday I also got the information yesterday.
Okay.
So, the thing is that the boys, the people were in the church.
Okay.
Having their conference. So the military came from nowhere and then just entered and, did what they did. So that was what we were told. Even right now, I'm trying to see what I can do to get right information or to go to the village.
So were there any Ambazonian fighters there? Were there any Ambazonian soldiers there? Or?
No. I think these boys were in their church, doing their church thing.
Okay. Those villagers, they are all from the same village in Los.
Yeah.
Is the military a military they could recognize? Is it the military that is based in Nwa or the military came from outside?
That area, the military in Fumte area, they stay in Com.
Okay, so it's a military from Com.
Yeah, the military that is parading in Fumte area there. They station in Com. Formerly they were staying in Lus. I don't know whether they only go to Lus and come back, but they are stationed in Com.
So they must have known that this is a church premises.
Yeah.
The church have a cross inside on top, like a building that can be recognized as a church, or it was just a building that they used for prayer?
Yes. Most of the churches, it's going to be a village church.
Okay.
The inside may have a cross, because all Baptist churches have a cross in the church.
Yes.
In the frontage of the pulpit, a red cross on the wall.
Yes.
Almost all the Baptist churches have that, even though in a small. But since you are in a small village, I don't know whether there is a cross on top, because it's built locally, and but inside the church, there's always a big cross at the wall and behind the pulpit.
Yes, I know that's Baptist tradition, custom Baptist churches.
I'm a Baptist minister.
Me, I'm also a bread Baptist, so I'm baptized as Baptist. So what really happened? Did they have a confrontation in the church? Were they arguing? Were they resisting arrest?
No. My brother, when somebody in the church praises God, worshiping is God, what confrontation do they have?
So they just entered there
confrontation, because
and open
somebody
fire.
in the church worshiping and clapping his hands and singing. What confrontation does he have?
Well, so the military just get in there, open fire, and shoot at the pastor.
I think so. I think that's what happened.
And what have the Baptist Convention? Have the Baptist Convention been notified? Have they tried to put out a statement?
I don't know. I'm staying in diaspora. I stay in Nigeria. So I don't know if the Baptist Convention is told about this issue. Because Baptist Convention has what is called humanitarian support and so on and so forth. So I don't know whether they are told. I don't know.
Because at least the church should have put out a statement. It's very tragic.
More so, a church in a village may not have no idea that they should take the matter to the convention or something like that. It's a church in a village. The last village, that's the last Cameroon village. Then when you pass that village, you cross the mountain and enter Nigeria.
It's very sad, and in the village like that,
lack of
information, no network.
You have to go there. If you have to snap, you go the video and then come out of the network before post. Otherwise, you can't call somebody directly there.
Well, and we used to have the Médecins Sans Frontières who visit villages and try to help people who might be desperate like that without any medical attention, their medical service. The boy might be with
that's why I opted. There was some time I sent some video cassette. Some video tips that I went there when the thing was hot in Lus, when they evacuated everybody in the village, and they were eating mangoes in the bush. I went there under the sun in July, and I sent those posts. Excuse me. I sent those posts, and I don't know what happened. What ended there? I don't know. But what I did was I did my best, and I sent. And then I also went to Cross River, because some small NGO we contribute among ourselves, and then we assist. I went to Calabar, assisted them with clothes, with some foodstuff. That was at my own end. So that's what I could do. So when I heard this one now, being in my village, I said, I felt very bad about it. Then because they were saying the Mantung landers, they wanted to send some help. So they were looking, who do they send? Then I opted. I said, well, since I'm here and I'm from that area, I could go with the help and present, and then snap the pictures and do all of this thing. And then when I come, I send to them.
Well, it's very sad. The population, some of the youths, mainly youths in Nwa, who are in Bamenda, some who have crossed into French Cameroon in Douala, they will usually call us to report horrific stories that come from Nwa. There are no pictures, there are no videos, there are news of Fulani men coming in there, being brought there for political reasons. They just come butcher people in the farms, and people die, and there's no report. I once spoke to one IDP.
Especially in one area, in Tong, Farm, Shea, Bomb, all these areas have been terrorized by these Fulanis.
We know that the Fulani are coming there. They were brought in by Ngala Gerard, and they have people that they lead them there for political reasons.
I think so, because they come from Nigeria. They come cross from Nigeria here and then go to that place.
Yes. It's really terrible. It's really terrible, and people have no idea. I spoke to one IDP who is in Old Town Bamenda from Nwa. They were so afraid. What shocked me was they were afraid to talk about how their family member died because they are afraid that the Cameroon military will come and kill them. So people are even afraid to talk about what happened to them.
You see, you know what really happened. That is that the people have cattle because they live like in the grassland. We the Fumte people are in the forest zone, and they are in the grassland. The Nyamba people in Lus-Nwa, they are in the grassland. So they have cattle. The individual have cattle. So the Fulani people will go and steal their cattle and say, well, cattle was meant for Fulani and not for the individuals or not for the native people. So that was one of the things. Even here in Nigeria, that's what they do. Even here in Nigeria, that those individuals who are native, that they don't have the right to rear cattle. That cattle was mentally for them, and so they begin to attack, they steal, and do all the like. That's what they did. That they're doing, and then they have stolen most of the people's cow that they used to depend on, and so forth.
They have empty stores.
That's the problem. That
even stores. I heard that there is a whole kilometers upon kilometers. There is no provision store because they have emptied all provision stores.
Nothing.
And people are afraid.
You know, it's border. It's border. So you can't have any provision, anything, because it's a border.
So you are a Baptist pastor. I think you are a
Baptist. To be sincere, there are people, in short. I'm talking as a Fumte man now, and as someone from my subdivision, that our people are poor, so poor that they cannot even get something to fend themselves. They cannot get sugarcane and granite, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So it's very difficult for them to stand the military. When the military comes and they just run to the bush because they cannot stand them. They only have this dengon. And what can you do with dengon?
This is really tragic. People being butchered down,
not unlike
butchered every day.
When you go to Ndu, Kambe, Banso, these are urban areas.
Yes.
And they are used to. They have a lot of people in U.S. who, diaspora who can support. But the Mfumte area now, civilization came later on, far later. You see, our people used to go to school to Ndu, Kambe, and Banso, and so on. But now, you see, it is only now that education has come just in the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's our problem.
You are a Baptist pastor. I don't know if you are in the field of Nwa area there or not, or if you yourself have spoken about it to the Baptist convention.
As I'm talking with you, I'm in Nigeria. I stay in Nigeria, but I go to the village almost every time.
Okay.
I'm a pastor in Nigeria with the Nigerian Baptist Convention. So okay. I go home every time. See what is happening, and so on and so forth. I come back. Sometimes I see some of these military guys. They are very hostile. That kind of thing. So they have told me if I'm traveling to that place, I should not handle any phone, or if I have anything in the phone, I should wipe them all.
Yeah, that's what they do. They deliberately seize people's mobile phone and they make sure that there is a blackout, information blackout in that area.
Yeah. And so because of that, some of the things, one will just delete them, and then some information that will store them, that we cannot get those informations again. So that's why.
Well, we have sent out some reports to some international bodies that are concerned with human rights. We will also try to reach out to the Baptist Convention and inform them. Whatever they will do, they are always very quiet. But we know this is it's not acceptable for human beings to be treated in this manner. For professional militaries to get into church, these are usually places that are respected, a holy place. You get into church, shoot at people. I heard they beat up people in the church there. For nothing, no crimes, no investigation.
They took two people. We don't know where the people are now.
Okay, they took away 2 Christians from the church.
Yes, there were 2 people. Yeah, up to now we don't know where they are.
Well,
so, and even collected the offerings. So the offering collected the small money. The money they give us offering. They collected it.
Yeah, this is pure terrorism because
You can imagine that it's more than even terrorism.
Villagers with nothing, seeing people with modern weapons, vehicles coming around, seize their things, shoot at the pastor.
The only tapas, because Fumte area, we are called Fumte means palm tree. So Fumte, so we are under palm tree area. So what they do, they only tap the palm tree, the palm wine, cut their nut. That's all. That's the economic. They don't have anything doing that. Mm-hmm.
Well, Pastor, keep in touch. We'll try to follow up.
Okay.
And we'll continue to advocate to preserve the dignity of our people.
Okay.
When we left Nigeria, we have been in Nigeria as Southern Cameroon for 41 years. We have never seen this type of brutality. We have never seen this type of systemic killing of our innocent people. They don't give them. They don't even give them chance to answer a question. They just butcher them.
I'm telling you. You see, that's what they do. And the problem our boys are running because they don't have the equipment.
Yes.
If they could have the equipment, they could stand them. But they don't have the equipment in Fumte area. Our people, as I told you, just palm tree tappers, palm wine tappers, and cut nut. That's their source of income. They don't have any other source of income. You see?
We will be reaching out, Pastor. We'll be reaching out to the people who are there, the youths. The problem is there's information blackout, so you cannot reach anybody in Nwa, the whole of Nwa area. The very little place have network where people come and climb on a hill.
But any other information I get, I will let people know. Any information I get, I will let people know.
Please, thank you. I appreciate that.
If not because this month my children have all gone to school, and I would have gone there myself personally with my own personal this thing, because that's what I've been doing. I've been doing so many times like that, minding about the humanitarian well-being and so on. So, but I would have done that if there was any way that I could go and get those information. I would snap everything, have interview with some people, and send the information.
Pastor, please do, and try to take care of yourself, take care of your safety, because the Cameroon military, they have killed people to cover up their crimes. So be careful.
As a border area, the Nigeria have land inside Cameroon, and Cameroon have land inside Nigeria. So Nigerians go inside and work their farm, and sometimes the people in Cameroon, like between people with that thing, they come inside Nigeria. That's just the water that has divided them.
Okay.
So that, I go to my village. But the other thing that I don't handle is, if I go to my village, I make sure my phone is completely blacked out.
Yes, because they don't respect your privacy. Yeah. They will search your phone.
Yeah, because I tell them I'm a pastor, and this guy say, well, I'm a pastor. I'm not a fighter. I'm a pastor. But from the big background, we know what we're doing.
Pastor, you take care, and we keep in touch. Yeah, we'll keep in touch.
Okay, thank you so much.